Okay, so I want to apologize. That was my bad. My phone died, which I use for my camera, so I had to go to my backup phone, and I accidentally ended the broadcast instead of...
Nobody cares. Just tell them that you hit buttons because you don't know what you're doing. We should have never gave you controls. We never should have controlled. Never should have had controls. Okay. Picking up where we left off. Detroit, New England. We made our picks. The next game is Seattle at New Orleans. What's the spread?
All right, so I got to go back to that. So the spread is...
How did I know you would do that?
I've been doing a lot of shows, John. It happens from time to time. Okay, so we were at we did the Detroit Lions, New England Patriots. Now we're doing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus Atlanta Falcons. Buccaneers -8.5.
Okay, I want you to go back and read the screen. Seattle at New Orleans. That's the next one.
Okay. So Seattle at New Orleans. Let's look at the odds there. Do these have it all fucked up too?
Tony went to bed because he was ready to stab Nick.
Yeah, Tony needs to fucking grow up a little bit. Sometimes things happen.
I actually would have preferred that he stabbed you for a little bit.
Tony's all kind of lost.
What are you doing?
I'm getting the fucking lines.
Oh my God.
Do you have the fucking spread up?
You know what? I could probably do it quicker.
All right. So the Seahawks versus the Saints. I'm going to go Seahawks +5.5. I'm going to take the Seahawks because I think the Saints really suck.
Okay. I'm taking the Saints. I think the Hawks will cover, but I'm taking the Saints, bro.
Okay. Next we have...
It looks like everyone else agrees.
Yep.
Oh, no, we got Izzy says Hawks. Tanya says Saints.
All right.
Yes, Mariah, no doubt on it.
Okay. Miami Dolphins versus the New York
Hawks.
Jets. Jets are... Actually, the Dolphins are -3. No Tua this game. I still think Bridgewater is gonna pull it out. I didn't like how Bridgewater played last week. He was substantially worse than Tua, but I do think he has enough to pull it out over the Jets because the Jets really stink. I don't know how. It's a miracle they have 2 wins.
Okay, I'm going Jets.
All right. So the next game is Atlanta Falcons versus Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Buccaneers are giving they're -9. So I can't think that the Falcons would win this one in Tampa Bay. I totally think that Tampa Bay is gonna, and especially with Cordero Patterson banged up, he's on the IR. The other running backs did do halfway decent, but I think that the Buccaneers are going to take this. I think they're going to cover that spread.
I think that Tom will prevail. I'm going Bucks, but something's off in Tampa right now. Could be offensive line. They're weak at the center position.
Yeah, they just lost to the Chiefs. I mean, they didn't lose to some scrub.
Yeah, but they were getting they put up some points, but they were at one point they were getting beat.
But the Chiefs can do that to people.
So who are you taking? Are you taking the Bucks?
I'm taking the Bucks to beat the Falcons by over 9. Yeah, but I mean, let's not crucify the Bucks because they didn't beat the Chiefs. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Titans versus Commanders. At Commanders. And that is Titans are -2.5. the Commanders stink right now. And Henry is starting to get a little bit of steam behind him. He's starting to produce a little more than he was at the start of the year. I have to think the Titans are going to win this. I think they're going to cover that spread.
I think I'll agree. I don't think that the Titans have it. Or I'm sorry, I don't think the Commanders have it. That is a fucking dumpster fire right now.
Okay.
This is
Texans versus at Jacksonville. I think this could very well be a bloodbath. Jacksonville giving up 7. I think they'll easily cover that.
You think Houston could get their first win versus Jacksonville?
No.
This couldn't be a trap game. All right.
I mean, it could very well be a trap game, but I just don't. I don't think the Texans are good at all. I don't think they're going to win one game. I think they're horrible. And Damian Pierce showed a little bit of life, but they were only able to run him 14 times.
All right.
All right. So we got San Francisco at the
JT. JT, this is us, buddy.
John V versus JT Campbell. Who comes out on top? Panthers at home, and the 49ers are -6.5. I think the 49ers are going to definitely cover -6.5 on the Panthers. That defensive line is going to make Baker Mayfield's life a nightmare. This may be the game that Baker maybe isn't quarterback of the Panthers anymore.
This may be the game that Matt Rule is no longer the coach of the Panthers either.
Possible. I don't think they're going to give up on Rule just yet. But
dude, he's done. He's done.
Oh, he's definitely not going to be the coach of the Panthers next year. But I don't think
this could be a landing spot for DeMeco Ryans next season.
Possible.
This could be this Rule is done.
The Panthers have a halfway decent defense. They have a pretty good defense. But, I mean, they just don't have all the parts, especially on offense. That line is horrible. And you saw what the 49ers can do to a good line, to a shitty line.
JT, you think by 50, bro? Do you remember that game in 2019, San Francisco versus Carolina? Oh, my God, bro. That was a bloodbath.
All right, so we both think 49ers are covering?
Absolutely.
All right, so we got the Cowboys at Los Angeles Rams.
Although the Niners have a habit of playing down to their opponents, to their weaker opponents, and that's what freaks me out. Rams, I think we got our shit together.
Rams are getting 4.5 in this game. I mean, are giving 4.5 in this game. I think the Cowboys are going to beat them. That's how not confident I am in the Rams, and that's how kind of high I am on the Cowboys.
I'll take Dallas. I'll take Dallas. As much as I hate to, I'll take Dallas.
All right. So we got
it's going to take a strong performance. It's going to take a strong performance from Matt Stafford to prove to me that they're on the mend after this beating.
Gotcha. You got the
short week.
So you got the Eagles at the Cardinals, and the Eagles are giving up 5.5. I actually think the Cardinals might cover this spread. I don't think they're going to win, but I think they're going to cover the spread. I feel like a team like Arizona is a team that's matched up kind of to be able to beat the Eagles, because the Eagles are really good at stopping the run. I feel like a team that could theoretically pass on them and have a quarterback that's mobile, I think they can possibly beat the Eagles. But I think they're going to cover that spread.
Fuck that, dude. Philly's going to whoop that ass.
I mean, they might. The Cardinals aren't good. I just think they're uniquely talented in the points where they can possibly.
Sirianni is the better coach. Kingsbury is not Cliff Sox, bro. He's not it. And if they miss the playoffs this year, he's done.
Oh, yeah,
I think they're moving off. They're moving off.
Yeah, I agree with that.
That's kind of why I don't want to see D'Amico in Arizona. I really don't.
All right. We got next up, we got Cincinnati at Baltimore. And Baltimore is getting 3. Yeah, this is actually a tough game to predict.
Is this the last one on the slate?
No, there's one more. There's the Monday night game. Cincinnati at Baltimore. Baltimore getting 3. I'm actually going to take Cincinnati to win this. I think they're the better team. I just do. I've always thought they were the better team. I thought the better team last year. I think they're the better team this year. Why is that a shocker? They're both AFC North teams. I just think the Bengals are a better team than the Ravens.
I think the Ravens win this game. I think they win.
Okay. Do you think they cover the spread?
No.
So you don't think they're way over 3?
No. Baltimore wins by 3. They win. I think this is going to be shit. Yeah, I'm sticking to my pick. I'm taking the Ravens.
Okay.
I'm taking the Ravens.
And the last game of the night is the Raiders at the Chiefs. And I got to be honest, whatever that spread is, I'm going with the Chiefs. And it's -7. I'm going to stick with the Chiefs. Because the Raiders just aren't good. The Raiders aren't good, and the Chiefs are very good. And there's no reason why I think the Kansas City Chiefs wouldn't win at home against the rival in their house by more than 7 points. I don't think it's going to be that close.
Wow.
What?
Titans taking the Raiders, man. And Izzy's taking the Chiefs.
I mean, this doesn't
is obviously taking his Chiefs. There's no doubt about that. I'm taking the Chiefs.
There is a little trap game feeling to it.
Nick's taking the Chiefs.
There is a little trap game feeling to it. We're 3-1, 1-3. I don't think the Raiders are as bad as a 1-3 team, but they're just not gelling right now. And
they are exactly what the record says they are, bro. Have you watched the Raiders game?
Yeah, they're just not gelling right now. Things aren't really working in their way. Is there a chance they can get hot and some of that talent shows up? Possible. But I'm just not – if I'm betting, I'm not going to bet against the Chiefs -7. I'm just not doing it.
All right. So that's it, dude. Closing thoughts.
Not really anything. Can't really think of anything to close with. Yeah, this is. It is.
That's it. That's the best you got. We came back on here for you to fucking. You shut down the whole damn broadcast.
We came back on to finish off the rest of the picks.
We did.
But I really don't have anything else to say.
All right.
Do you have anything else to say?
No, man. I really I'm trying to figure out like where the Raiders went wrong at what point.
Yeah, some teams just
they were actually competitive last year. They do not even resemble what they were last year.
They were overrated last year. They were overrated, and they were kind of playing above their weight class, and they got lucky too. Sometimes that's plays a part in it. They got lucky. One of the teams they got lucky against, Browns. The Browns muffed the punt. If the Browns didn't muff a punt, they don't make it to the playoffs. They weren't that good last year. That's why the Bengals went in there the first week of the playoffs and fucking shellacked them. And
they did handle them.
The Bengals had one of the easiest roads to the playoffs I've ever seen. They had the Raiders, who weren't really that good. They had the Titans, who were decimated by injuries. And they had the Chiefs, but I'll give them their credit. They played up to the Chiefs. They play the Chiefs well.
Love you,
There's another
family.
reason. But yeah, the Raiders were a little overrated. I thought they were a team that could theoretically take a fallback a little bit.
Carr is 20 games under 500 as a starter. That is fucking insane stat.
Not good. Everyone that kept saying Carr was this great quarterback, that Carr's a top 10 quarterback, I always said, are you crazy? What makes you think?
I never said that Carr was a great quarterback.
Listen, I don't think he's much better. I don't think he's better at all than what you got right now. I don't think he's better than Jimmy Garoppolo. And I've said that, and I'll stand by it. I don't think he's better than Jimmy.
It would be kind of crazy to see Carr with this offense, though.
There's a lot of those guys that are mixed up in that middle tier quarterback.
But I put Jimmy in that same tier. Tannehill, Carr, Jimmy.
There were a lot
Jared
of people,
Goff.
There were a lot of people that were really pushing Derek Carr as being maybe not necessarily elite, but like one of the better quarterbacks. They were putting him in like Dak Prescott in that zone.
I got Dak in that tier of those guys.
I think Dak's a better quarterback than that. I think Dak's proven that. Dak might not necessarily have the accolades to show for it, but I think Dak he's shown it. You can see it. The eye test is there. And Cooper Rush might be better. Cooper Rush has played very, very good.
I think you have to make that comparison in the playoffs. I think it'd be fair. If you saw Cooper Rush competing in the playoffs and he was winning, that's different.
Yeah,
I mean, he's doing what he's supposed to do right now. He's winning games.
But he's making really good throws, and he's making good decisions, and I can't discount that.
I mean, they're obviously not going to rush Dak back and fuck things up.
I think Dak wants to come back.
I think he wants to come back too.
I think Dak's pushing to come back because
that's the franchise quarterback, wouldn't you?
He doesn't like what he sees.
It's his team, bro.
Cooper
Rush is doing what Cooper Rush is supposed to do.
No,
you don't want Cooper Rush competing for 17 weeks.
Cooper Rush is doing more than what he's supposed to do. Cooper Rush was not supposed to go undefeated in his time in Dallas.
All right, fam. Listen.
All right.
Thank you guys for jumping on with us for take 2 of the Locker Room Rant tonight because Nick can't see the X versus the N broadcast. They're about an inch and a half apart, and Nick still misinterprets the N broadcast. A big red.
It was one of those things,
and an X. Nick cannot make the difference.
It was one of those things where I pushed it and I was like, "Fuck!" Immediately after I did it.
Oh, we knew it was you. I told Tony, Nick just fucked up.
It was one of those things.
I've never given him controls
after I did it.
Family, that's it for tonight. Thank you so much for jumping in. I'll see you guys this week. Later, fam. Peace. How the hell do you get out of here?